Good morning. Today is July 15th in the year 2020. It is a Wednesday, and we're going to continue with our contemplative prayer practices today. And I'm going to be honest, this is today one that I really need. This is a prayer for inner peace, but it is a little more complicated than just saying a prayer. This is going to get you to engage with the world and to try to give up those things that you worry about and instead rely on God. Easier said than done. But that's why this is a practice. We're not going to get it right the first time. We're going to practice. So, the first thing you're going to do is you need to engage with the world, preferably by walking around, seeing things, looking at things. You're going to take a walk for about 15 minutes. Now, if you need to, you might want some kind of headphones on to play some quiet meditative music because you want to see what's going on in the world. Now, you are actually going to have in this system a kind of mantra. The mantra is, all will be well. As you walk and you look at the world around you, you say, all will be well. Doesn't matter what it is. Something catches your attention, look at it and say, all will be well. Now, this is a hard thing to do right now in a time of social unrest and a health crisis. But what we're trying to do is to remind ourselves that while we need to engage in the world and stand up and do those things that God has called us to do, to try to help our fellow human beings, in the end, it's all up to Him. That does not mean we passively give up or simply let events unravel as they will. But it means our activism is backed by a sense of peace. That we will do the best we can, but we will rely on God. So, take about a 15-minute walk, see what you see. And like I said, everything that catches your attention, all will be well. Maybe the things you see stand for bigger items. Maybe you see a flag in someone's yard and you think about what our country is going through. Maybe you see a kid playing with a ball and you think about schools reopening. Maybe you pass a neighbor's house and you know that they've had trouble. Maybe you see a gas station and you think about economic and environmental issues. All will be well. It is both a statement of faith and a prayer that all will be well. Now, after you've done this, after you've taken your 15 minutes or so to walk around, you want to return to your place of quiet prayer. Now, that could be in a park. It could be in your car. It could be at home. It doesn't have to be that special set-aside place, but a place where you can let go of distractions and engage with God without interruption. Now you're going to let your mind drift. And every thought that comes up, the response is, all will be well. All will be well. All will be well. When you've gotten kind of into this state, meditatively, really, I want you to imagine Jesus on the cross. He is suffering and dying for you so that all will be well. Now, the next step is going to be largely kind of up to you how you prefer. You might want to try a couple of different things. But one of the techniques is to imagine Jesus sitting there with you. Or you might want to think about presenting yourself at the throne of God. Or you may not want to imagine God as such, but think about what it would feel like to be in his presence. It should feel strong, but it should feel safe, comforting. You are in the presence of a being who not only has the power to protect you and change everything, but someone who loves you and is far smarter than any human being ever, so that you can trust the decisions that they make, because they know what they're doing, they have the power to do it, and he loves you. So, you're there. Now, share with God, with Jesus, however you're imagining this, your real deep stressors. The things in your life that are really worrying you. For me today, it is the plans for my kids to go back to school. Or not, as the case may be. And talk to God. I have said this in lots of context over and over again. You can always talk to God the way you would talk to your friend. Just let it out. You are actually showing more respect by showing that willingness to enter into intimacy and familiarity with God, because that's what he wants. No longer have I called you servants, I have called you friends. If we are friends, we should be able to talk about what bothers us. So do. Talk to God about what bothers you. And then repeat. All will be well. All will be well. All will be well. All will be well. Sometimes we say that, and again, it's hard to believe. It's like I said at the beginning, we're practicing. We're saying what we want to be the case. I want to feel like all will be well. Intellectually, I have engaged with God to the point that I acknowledge that I don't understand everything that's going on or how it will all be well, but I know God is capable of making it that way. What I need is the inner peace for it to feel that way, that all will be well. Surprisingly, I came across this idea many years ago from a fictional character who represented hope. But my studies into contemplative prayer show that this is a several hundreds of years old Christian practice, that we engage with the world and we see the problems and we say, all will be well, and then we do what we can to fix it. My prayer for you is that all will be well and that you can achieve a state of peace, because that is what has been promised to us by God, a real and lasting peace from the Prince of Peace. The Prince of Peace says, all will be well. We just need to practice believing it. God bless you.